don't know if there's been a better player to start the season than Frank. What's been key to his play, and not only that, his consistency doing it game in and game out?
Well, he was good. He was good today for a stretch. He got tired mentally. He checked out there for a while in the second half. But he's a tough little kid, and certainly when he drives the ball, he can get other guys shots or he can create for himself. And I thought the zone totally neutralized him there for about 10 minutes in the second half. But if we didn't have Frank and Devontae and Josh, that would have been a pretty lopsided loss. Fortunately, those three carried us.
What went wrong for your bigs?
Everything. Dwight was by far the best big we had. He had 2 points and 4 rebounds, and he was by far the best big. They're just not playing very well, and they're not playing very smart, and not contributing at least at all over here. I mean, they're good kids and they want to do well, but for whatever reasons, they both have really struggled. And Udoka, I should have just played him the whole time. But we practiced 2-3 zone 5 minutes so far this year, and maybe 10. And he hadn't played any 2-3 zone, so he didn't. He didn't know. So that's the only reason why I went with Dwight, but because he'd done it before. But certainly, those guys have got to play and got to go after the ball. We're going to play. Mayton's really good. I mean, he's a really good player. But we're going to go against some other guys that are really good players too. And to have one post guy get 30 and 11 on your guys that don't scratch, I mean, we can't win that way. So hopefully we'll get those guys going in a positive direction and play like they're capable of playing, because we've all seen what they're capable of doing, but we're just struggling right now in those positions.
Have you ever played that much zone?
Maybe at Oral Roberts or somewhere. I have no idea. We probably played 30 minutes of zone, didn't we? And then we start man-to-man the second half, and it took 37 seconds for both our bigs to pick up bad fouls. So what saved us was probably the zone, though. So we went to zone right after that, and they couldn't throw it in the ocean, which was fortunate for us. But that's the most that we played.
Both Frank and Josh said that it's kind of they take pride in playing man-to-man. Do you think they should, and it's kind of a hit to play zone?
I didn't think it was a hit tonight. But if you can't guard their bigs and if you can't rebound man out of a man and you can't guard their bigs, and we had to try to do something to keep the ball out of one's hands. He had 15 points in the first, or 14 points in the first 8 minutes or whatever. So we had to try to do something.
Zone offense, it seems like Josh is pretty comfortable being that free throw guy for you.
Yeah, we were actually pretty good in it early, and then he got tired, so we didn't get any movement out of it late, and so we weren't very good the second half doing it. But he's pretty good in the middle of the zone, though. I think we all saw that.
What allows him to be that? What skills allow him to be so good at that?
Well, he's tall. He's 6'8", and he's a good passer, and he's got good feel, and he's a good finisher. He's pretty good at those floaters and things like that a lot of people need to square up to shoot jump shots, and he didn't have to do that. So he's just a natural in there.
He's kind of the way he can handle is unlike really any wings it seems like you guys have had. How are you kind of figuring out places where to put him? I mean, is he kind of unique for guys you feel like you've had in the past?
He is definitely unique for guys we've had in the past, but it's not unique to try to put him in different spots, because you want to try to post him a little bit and do some things, but the bottom line is he's just a guard. Just play him just like you do Devontae. So I don't think it's been. I think he would probably tell you, I don't think it's been a lot different. We've done some things to try to get him with the ball in his hands, but for the most part, he's just a guard.
You talked about looking forward to Wednesday. Are you glad you'll wake up tomorrow and it'll be Wednesday?
Yeah. Well, we're forward. What are we, 4-1, and we're fortunate to be that. So we need to go home, and we'll be. We play obviously on Friday, and then maybe can catch our breath a little bit more after that. But the schedule hadn't been that hard, but the travel has just kind of knocked us out a little bit. And I think if anything, our guys are mentally fatigued as much as they are physically. So hopefully we can kind of get our batteries recharged and get back to playing with a lot more energy than what we played with over here. Although last night, to start the game, we were pretty good.
What'd you think of Colby's play?
I thought he bailed us out. He didn't really. I think it's kind of, Dwight. He's, you can see he's kind of dragging his legs still. So, but his dad was here from Freeport, so it was great that he was able to see his son play some, and he kind of bailed us out. But you think about it. I mean, he got 4 blocks, but he gets 2 points and 4 rebounds, and every time he checked out of the game, the fans all cheered for him. And then, what other bigs do they cheer for when they checked out of the game? I mean, and it's all because he tried. He played with energy and that kind of stuff. And so, I'm being critical, but I don't think it's that hard to please our fans if you give great effort. So, and play intelligently and certainly, he did what he could tonight. He's never going to score a lot of points and that kind of stuff, but at least he was able to plug the middle some for us and be a little bit of a presence down there.
Does that remind you of Jamari at all? The
No.
previous 4 years, Jamari was the energy guy.
No. Dwight's not. No comparison. Jamari's a whole different deal. Dwight's not an energy guy like that. Jamari was an athletic energy guy. Dwight just, he plugged the gap today. But as far as energy, no. That's not his style. If you've ever visited with him, it's hard to hear him. He's not a high energy guy like Jamari. There's very few that are.
Coach, Gerald was getting more minutes. Can you talk about his confidence that he can?
Yeah, LeGerald did some good things. He just hadn't shot the ball well yet. I know he's a better shooter than what he shot it, and I think he's 1 for 13 from 3. Made the first one, he's missed like 12 in a row. So, but he takes hard shots. You got to be smarter to drive it more because he's so athletic. But he got 8 rebounds, 5 offensive, and the thing about it is that play he made in transition where he got the and one, that was an unbelievable athletic play. But I thought LeGerald did some good things.
What are your plans for the next couple days? Your guys' plans too?
We'll watch tape tomorrow and sign basketballs. We got to do that, and then we'll practice Thursday early, and then we'll have a Thanksgiving dinner with the team, and then do the Asheville Scout and get to be back in the schedule.
You said yesterday that you wanted to give Frank rest soon. Is that in the plan anywhere, or do you expect him to play kind of that 35 minutes consistently?
If I don't want him to play 35 minutes, but if he had to play 4 guards all the time, then he and Devontae are going to have to play 35 minutes. So hopefully that hasn't been our intent going into the season at all. So
Anything else,
hopefully
guys?
we can change.
With the trouble with the forwards, how much does it help to have Josh doing what he does at the stretch court?
Well, it helps a lot. He's a guard, but he's big enough. He's not a low post defender by any stretch, and we saw that tonight. But he's big enough to be able to rebound down there and keep balls alive, and certainly he's a matchup nightmare if you put a big guy on him. So, but they played zone the whole time. But certainly it's a big advantage for us.
All right, Coach.
All right, thanks guys.